my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is Owen the Braincat, and welcome guys to another movie review. Today I'm going to review the new Pixar film that just came out on Disney Plus this Christmas, and that movie is Soul. This movie is directed by Docter and stars Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey. Joe, voiced by Jamie Foxx, is a high school teacher that wants to be a jazz musician, and when he finds out he has a gig, he thinks his life is going to change for the better. Until an incident happens which unleashes his soul into the world of personalities, Joe has to find out to get back to his body while also learning about his mistakes and lessons that need to be learned alongside with 22, voiced by Tina Fey.
It's my life. Can you help me get back? Come on!
This won't be a disaster, that's for sure.
You're out there somewhere, little soul. And I'm gonna find you.
I think for every Pixar review I have to say this, but Pixar is one of my favorite animated companies of all time. Because what Pixar does really well in their movies is the demographic. They always do well for kids and also adults. It's a movie for everybody for most Pixar films that came out. Of course, the Cars movies and Brave Stars, but most Pixar films have been fantastic. And we got two Pixar films this year. One of them is Onward, which I honestly really enjoyed. I find it very underrated. Not the best Pixar film though. It is good, but I think it has problems. But I got a feeling Soul is going to be the most special movie of 2020. Because Docter, in my opinion, is one of the best Pixar directors of all time. Monsters Inc., Up, Inside Out, honestly, is one of my favorite Pixar films of all time. I'm so happy that Soul is still coming out this year. Yeah, it came on Disney Plus where stream services are always out, but I don't care. It's a new Pixar film. I'll be excited no matter where it's even showing. I gotta say, guys, I am so happy that Soul exceeded my expectations. Not just, I would say it's the best animated film this year. I would say Soul's probably my favorite movie of 2020. Like, it's done. It's my favorite movie of 2020. I would say, guys, the biggest thing I love about Soul is how mature this movie is, actually. This is definitely, out of all the Pixar films I've seen, the most mature I have seen. Yes, this film is for kids as well, don't get me wrong. Kids, of course, will love this movie. But the story itself and the messages it told, it's very mature, which I honestly really appreciate about this movie. And I really appreciate what Docter did with this film. It teaches us lessons that, anyone can make mistakes. But of course, there are other parts in life. It's not just one thing you want to do in life. And I think this movie kind of teaches that lesson really well from my standpoint, the way I see the movie. I would say the animation in this movie is so peaceful, it's so breathtaking, it's so bright. That's what I like about the animation in this movie. It looks beautiful. Like, not just when you see the world of personality, soul, and all that stuff, but the entire New York in general when you see it in the trailer. It looked actually pretty realistic. Like, it honestly felt like they shot it in New York, but put animation with it. Kind of like what The Good Dinosaur did, with realistic landscapes, and they put animation with it. It looks that realistic, and it looks amazing. But of course, the world of Soul looks absolutely beautiful. It felt like you're in actual heaven, you know what I mean? Like, it looks very breathtaking. I would say the character of Joe, voiced by Jamie Foxx, was definitely the character that I could really relate to. He has this dream. He has this one dream. He wants to be a jazz musician. And of course, things go in his way, and he doesn't give up for it, but also trying to learn different lessons in his life. And I think I could relate to his character in the film. And Joe, voiced by Jamie Foxx, perfect casting. I think Jamie Foxx did an amazing job voice acting him. He was fantastic in the film, and his character in the film, we can all relate to in this film. Also, 22, which is definitely my favorite part about this movie, voiced by Tina Fey. 22 really stood out for me. And what is with Pixar doing so many duos in movies? Like, haven't you noticed that? Like, every Pixar film always have to have a duo, probably except for A Bug's Life. I would say the chemistry between Joe and 22 was probably my favorite chemistry out of duos in a very, very long time. I love Woody and Buzz, don't get me wrong, Mike and Sully, all those classics, but I would say, like, Joe and 22's chemistry was very good in this film. Like, you really connect with them two characters in the film. 22 is a character that basically don't know what life is, and she doesn't want to just do it. But of course, throughout the entire movie, she learns about life. I really love that dynamic between them two, basically teaching each other both lessons that they should be learned. And out of this movie, I would say, I was so relaxed when I watched this film. It kind of felt peaceful in a way, like the whole story. It just it felt like a whole meditation, this movie. With the score, with the jazz music, the story itself, the characters, you feel like you're so relaxed with also emotions. Of course, no difference, and something everyone would expect, this movie is very emotional at parts. Which Pixar does a really good job at that. They do a really good job of explaining emotions in a movie that you feel kind of related to. This movie is no different without spoiling it. I was honestly in tears throughout this entire movie, and it's no shit for that, because Docter directed Inside Out, which made me cry, like ugly cry. This movie just gave me kind of happy tears in a way, which I so appreciated with Soul, and it shows us that this is a film that we can all relate to. This movie is funny, it's fun, it's a peaceful movie, and it's very mature as well. Overall, guys, I gotta say, Soul is probably one of my favorite movies I have seen in 2020. This movie has a great story, great animation, great characters. This basically shows us what Pixar really means to us. This movie teaches us really good lessons about doing mistakes and trying to overcome them, and also following your dream at the exact same time. Guys, Soul is definitely my favorite movie I have seen from 2020, and I'm going to give Soul a 9 out of 10. Yeah, no flaws. I think this movie was flawless in my opinion. I love everything about Soul. Guys, this is going to be officially the last movie review for 2020. I think 2020 is probably one of the most craziest years I've ever experienced. From the bushfires, from the pandemic, coronavirus, all that stuff. This is a crazy year for movies, and really not much movies that came out this year. But still, I have enough for a top 10 best and worst movies of 2020, so look forward to that because that's coming up very, very soon. Guys, hopefully you guys have a good Christmas. Hopefully you guys are with your families. Hopefully everything goes well this Christmas during the pandemic. Hopefully you guys are all good this Christmas because I want everyone to be happy on Christmas like I was this year. So I look forward to my end of year list coming very, very soon, guys. If you want to see my whole playlist of all the movies I've reviewed in 2020, check it out. So guys, let me know down below for my last review of 2020. Have you seen Soul? Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contacting me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and notified for my latest movie reviews. And have a nice day.